Hi, this is Ed Harrow, Chair of the Hopkinton Open Space Preservation Commission, and just here to kind of fill you in on what we've been up to. Our monthly meeting last Thursday, and we had a fairly small agenda, but like all of our fairly small agendas, they sometimes grow. So the first thing, you may remember that at town meeting, Open Space discovered that we got some open space that we didn't know we were going to get. And so we're trying to arrange us learning about it. In other words, taking a walk there. And so this is at Turkey Ridge alongside the Sudbury River. And the way it's down to, it's pretty much up to me. And I will talk to the developer and see if we can work out a time for he and I to take a walk, and maybe I'll get one other person to come, but trying to get all of us together is just proving to be difficult. And then we got into CPC applications. So we have 3 that we're putting in. We have the communication from the landowners to give us authority to walk the property, do appraisals, etc. So we have 3 that we're putting into the CPC, I guess if you want to know what they are, I got to tell you. So there's 2 parcels that John and Pam Lauder own on the easterly side of 495. So when 495 was built, it bisected their property. So they have 2 parcels that bisected their properties. So left these 2 properties on the east side. And they're between the open space with Daniel Shays and the open space around what I call the horse subdivision, where the streets are like Palomino and Equestrian, and I can't remember the others, Appaloosa. And there's still a 3rd piece of town property that has an easement that goes out to Fruit Street. That's more or less across from the pond there on the side of Fruit Street, which has a trail that goes across the bottom side of what one of these days will be open space property, the Jenner property, but it's turning into a very complicated situation, and then keeps on going into DCR property. So it's going to tie together a bunch of properties and trails, and we're pretty excited about that. And then another piece is at the top of Hill Street, and it's pretty landlocked. And there's been previously discussions with the owner, so we're just going to do kind of a follow up and talk a little bit more with the owner. And then the last is Isidore, which is property off of Cedar Street near the Hopkins State Park. And so we're putting in to CPC for money to do appraisals on those 3 properties. Then we had a task that we were assigned to look at a map of Hopkinton, which we got printed out in like 3 by 4 foot sheet, and to identify neighborhoods with properties that were of interest. And so we did that, and there's nothing really concrete there. We basically ended up circling the entire town and saying that if we missed anything, we want it. And then the website, we are talking with an outside party who's done work for the sustainability committee to put together a package for us, and hopefully we'll have something from them next month. And really, that's about it. I'd say if you got any questions, but there's nobody to ask questions, so I can't give any answers. So thank you, and I hope this was insightful, and I hope you'll go out and take a walk. We've been busy. We had a meeting this morning, actually, so I guess I could talk about this. We had a meeting this morning at Hughes with Peter Lagoy, with Elaine Lazarus, and with Carrie Reed, who's the new DPW head, trying to task people with who's going to be responsible for taking care of these various parcels around town that are under various people's thumbs and that need care, whether it be lawn mowing or invasive removal or whatever. Oh, and one other tidbit. We had several meetings ago, we had requested the DPW, the water department, to reestablish the water connection that was at the Hughes property that served a house there. And so when we had the meeting at the parking lot, there was the water connection, which I had no idea was done. So I have to now make sure to go thank Eric and DPW for getting that done. And hopefully, what we're going to do, and this is going to take, another act of, I'm not sure what, but we're trying to get the ducks lined up to do a pollinator garden there. So that would be, there used to be a garden that was between the parking lot and the brick house. So we're hoping that we can get a pollinator garden started there, and now we have a way to water it rather than taking buckets up from the Charles River, which would be somewhat poetic, I suppose, but having a tap we can turn on will be easier. Okay, so that's it for sure. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.